right, look like Pascal Siakam could be moved at some point before the season. I would guess with Fred VanVleet leaving, kind of him and Scotty Barnes, damn near playing the same position. I guess a little bit. They both can be three. Siakam can play the four. Here, one of the reporters, and I try to remember put the report on the screen or put it in the thumbnail saying that sometimes the app I use don't let me put stuff on the screen no more. I don't know why. Should just email them or write a review. Said that the Pistons could be a team that to monitor for the situation. It's pure speculation if they wanted to make a jump and go for a superstar this year. Next year, only thing about it, he got 1 year left on his contract, just under $38 million. We talked about Siakam before. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The one thing that's holding the Pistons back, from getting a couple of these dudes, or considering getting a couple of these dudes to put on the roster, is shooting. All right, Siakam, he a willing shooter. He not a great shooter, but he a willing shooter. When you starting Isaiah Stewart at the 4 is the rumor, and he can't shoot worth of shit. He can't do nothing other than rebound. That's all he good for, rebounding and hustling. And I don't think you can. I'm not sure if you can trade him, because you just signed him to. Well, he signed an extension, so you can trade him. So, shooting would just be a print. You just had to, you really banking on shooting. Guys developing a better shot. Assure getting better shooting wise. K getting better shooting wise. Ivy getting better shooting wise. Right? That's what you really banking on. In some capacity, or what you gonna bank on is, this ain't working. Let's move some talent. Let's get some other. So basically, that's kind of the point the Pistons at. A lot of people saying, well, they should make a run at the play-in. Or dog, Orlando started to develop an identity last year. All right, even talk about something that a lot of y'all like. The Lions over the last couple of years started to develop an identity. They find an identity. The Pistons don't have an identity. That's the issue. And at this point, their identity should be a young, energetic, hustling young team that's going to run you up and out the gym, and they're going to attack the basket. That's really what they should be known for. Gritty, scrappy. So, you really would have to bank on a lot of these guys shooting the ball better by getting Siakam. And then you got to bank on retaining Siakam too. It's crazy. But, if they got a vision, they feel like Isaiah Stewart can work. You know what I'm saying? They got that type of vision. Then, Siakam should be able to work. In their vision, I'm saying this is actually going to translate to something other than a vision. But I definitely can see it working. If some of these dudes shoot the ball better. Obviously, the deal would have to, right now, I think Stewart is on the book for $5 to $8 million, something like that. So Bagley would have to be in there at 12. Bojanovic is sitting around 20. And then maybe Hayes, just to make the salaries match up, and maybe give a little draft compensation to make them trade them to Detroit. So that had to be somewhat around the deal. I would be thinking about anybody I wouldn't trade. Obviously, K, Ivy, Duren will be the three I just wouldn't trade. And obviously, you can't trade Shore, you can't trade Sasser right now. So Duren, K, Ivy, Assure, Sasser, them the only 5 I'm not trading. Everybody else, I'm a little bit reluctant to trade both Bojanovic and Alec Burke together. So, but really what I would try to do is throw that package there. If they was interested in Wiseman, I could throw him in there. But obviously you want to keep Wiseman or Bagley or Stewart. You want to keep at least one of those, and I had to keep one. It would be Wiseman. But yeah, you just banking on them being a better shooting team. You always could be a better shooting team. You always could move on from K to Ivy if you have to. Hate me when I talk about K, but if he don't stay healthy, you can't do nothing with nobody that don't have the availability of being available. That's just it's a natural fact. But it's really gonna bang down to how they shoot the ball well. You know, now will any of these dudes be knocked down 3-point shooters? That's kind of the issue right there, because you need a couple of them guys to be knocked down 3-point shooters. And Pascal Siakam at this point in his career, is probably not gonna happen. So the developmental stages of Cade and Ivy and Thompson, it could happen, but they will be a really good defensive team. Right away, they would be a really good defensive team individually. If they could gel as a unit between Ivy, Cade, Thompson, Durant, and Siakam, they'd be really good matchup against Milwaukee. Really length, a lot of switching can happen. They're oversized lineup. 6'6" point guard, 6'4", 2 guard, which he'd be guarding the points, but he's still, 6'4" is still way above average, I think, for a league point guard. 6'6" guy in Cade Cunningham, oversized backcourt. 6'7" Short Thompson, he's still growing. Durant grew over 7 foot, 7'10" wingspan or some shit like that. Siakam 6'9", so you got a lot of length, a lot of athleticism. They should be running. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of shooting on the bench to mix in with those lineups too, from Sasser to Monty Morris to Alec Burke. So you got a bunch of shooting on the bench, even if you did lose Bojanovic, Joe Harris off the bench shooting it. So you can mix in shooting in those lineups, and that's what you would have to do. You have a lot of versatility. So I can give you time at the 3. He could be a point 4. He could be time at the 4. K can play the 1, 2, 3. A Short Thompson can play the 1, 2, 3. Ivy can play the 1 or 2. Durham can play some 5, maybe steal some minutes at the 4. So you got a lot of versatility. You got a tremendous amount of versatility when with that lineup. I would do it. I would give up a future first in there. And if I get a conversation to feel that, we could talk about some preliminary talks if you want to be here. If you didn't want to be here, no. That's something for Golden State Warriors to think about. That's in championship win now mode. That's something for the Celtics possibly to think about, championship mode now. That's something for possibly the Lakers, the Clippers, the any team that's looking to get over that hump, Denver, or trying to stay on top, Phoenix or something. That's something for them type of teams that's looking to win now. But if we can retain them, then cool. I mean, I ain't got to worry about banking on signing a superstar next year and wooing them come to Detroit, because guess what? If the Pistons don't do what they need to do this year, ain't nobody come to Detroit. Now, if they start to turn it around and they look like you look good, then people gonna want to come here. If I got an opportunity to get a guy I really like, that defensively make me elite, then I probably gonna just jump at the opportunity for that to happen. So I'm probably gonna jump at that opportunity for that to happen. That's my humble opinion on it. So I would do it. Something of that deal. Maybe a future first. Guy won a championship. Can handle. I mean, it's a lot of versatility. So I think them playing with a lot of pace. I think in the half-court game it's going to be a problem, but it's a fixable problem. Livers, Harris, Monty off the bench, Marcus Sasser off the bench, mixing some of those lineups in for shooting. I think a lot of them attacking the rim, getting to the rim. That's what that lineup going to be. A lot of slashers, and defensively they can be the best in the league, in my opinion. So yeah, it would be something I would entertain. Call Toronto. They probably gonna try to rise the price up on you because you in the Eastern Conference. But I would do it if he would like. If I talked to him and felt like he genuinely wanted to stay in Detroit or considered it, yeah, give him about $40 million a year, $43 million a year, and just see where it goes. But hey, it's my opinion. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.